This podcast contains paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast, where I discuss how you can grow your business by the bootstraps. This applies to all entrepreneurs, from the person just starting up to the one that is already well established. My goal is to help you grow. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor.
Okay. So today I'm going to again kind of pump my new buymeacoffee.com/bootstrap page. I do have a little bit of a paywall there. If you would like to support me there, you can do it there. If you like the content, if you find value, you can jump over there. You can help support this podcast, help me produce more and more content. That'd be great. Now, let's get into this. So, someone in a group I'm in a performers Facebook group asked a very interesting question. And that question was, if you were given $1 billion, would you keep performing anyway? Or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact post. But that's a good question. And I'm going to expand it out. If somebody gave you $1 billion, would you keep working in your current job? Would you keep doing what you're doing? Or would you quit? Or would you change? What would you do if all of a sudden you were not required to work again one day the rest of your life? You didn't have to work. Now, it's fairly obvious that if you really like what you do, then you'll probably keep doing it. You look around and there's several multi-billionaires nowadays, and yet they don't make the millions and go quietly into the night. They often keep doing what they're doing. Eventually, they might retire. Bill Gates retired, but even when he first became a billionaire, he kept working, kept doing what he was doing. Multiple billionaires keep doing what they're doing. Um, of course, Jeff Bezos, Amazon guy, he is a multi-billionaire. He keeps doing what he's doing. They like what they do, so they keep doing it. They don't have to. Jeff Bezos does not have to run Amazon anymore. He doesn't have to. He does it because he wants to. Of course, it's his company. He built it from the ground up with some help, of course. And he wants to do it also because it's kind of his legacy and he wants to not control it, but to make sure it keeps growing and growing and growing because he likes it. But again, it's his personal choice to keep building and working in the company. He doesn't do it because he has to do it. He doesn't have to pay bills. Well, I'm sure he has to pay bills, but with his net worth, he could pay all his bills in advance for the rest of his life in cash and be just fine. I mean, the guy is worth $183 billion. Now let's take a quick look. When I do a quick search, Elon Musk, $79.4 billion. And Bill Gates is worth $115 billion. Now, of course, Bill Gates is now retired and busily trying to find ways to spend his money in charitable ways. That's great. But Elon Musk, he likes space. He likes electronic cars. He does this because he enjoys it. He keeps doing what he's doing. But when you have that many billions and billions of dollars, you're set. You don't have to keep going. So these guys do it because they like it. They have a passion for it. This is what they're interested in. This is what they want to do. Now, are you in that spot? If you were set for life and you didn't have to do what you're doing, what would you do with your life? I mean, I'm sure everyone, maybe travel as best as you can with Corona being a problem, but you might hang out and sit and watch movies a little bit and do stuff, but eventually you're going to want to go out and do something. Do something with your life and not just sit around and just sit on your thumbs and do nothing. So, would you do what you're doing? So, I had to think about it. Would I still do balloons? Yeah, I would. I would definitely do balloons. I would definitely not make it a business, especially right now. The business part of it is just gone south. But I would still run the business part of it because if I provided my services for free, it would devalue other people's businesses. So I'd still charge, or perhaps I would do it for charitable organizations. Who knows? But I do enjoy making the balloons. It's still fun. I would still do it, but I would scale it back drastically. And as for the podcast, yeah, definitely, definitely do the podcast. Definitely be reaching out. It would just get a lot better. I'd have some really professional music on there, maybe an editing team to make it all nice and polished and neat and clean and stuff. But I would still do the podcast. I like doing the podcast. I'd probably actually do more podcasting, more writing, maybe write a blog, maybe write a book because I would then have time and not have to stress about it and be able to focus on doing stuff like this. I do enjoy podcasting. And that's a roundabout way of saying, do you know what your vocation is? Vocation, if I remember correctly, is your calling. Vocation's like vocal, like to be called out, called into what you're supposed to do. And I've heard this saying that if you find your true vocation, you're on vacation the rest of your life. And other people say that you don't need a vacation, you need a vocation if you're too stressed about work. Now, what is a vocation? This is a word that gets bandied about from time to time, and people think about it a little bit. Vocation's your calling. It's what you're meant to do, what what you're designed to be. Not just a career, just something you do to make money, just because you're good at it or whatever reason. It's what you're really designed to be. Now, the cool thing about vocation is this: you can have multiple careers inside one overall vocation. Now, what do you mean? What do I mean by that? For example, say you have a vocation as a teacher. You really like to teach and educate and help people learn and understand things. That's your overall vocation. You might do like my sister and get your degree in teaching and then go out and be a school teacher. Very direct calling with a vocation, with your vocation. Or you can even work in a place where you can use your teaching skills to help people understand what they do. My sister in law is good at that because she works at a pharmacy and she has a teacher's heart and she's really good at teaching people how to properly use the medicines and bandages and whatnot at the pharmacy so that they understand it and can use it in the correct way and safe way when it comes to medicines. So you can still use your vocation, your calling in different fields. Or, for example, me, I feel like I have a heart of a teacher. I like to teach people, I like to educate people, I like to help them learn and grow, which is a massive reason why I want to do this podcast. And I do this podcast. It's because I want to help you grow. I want you to learn. I want you to become the best person you can be in business and outside of business, but of course, focusing on business. And finding that vocation is amazing if you can do that. And I'm doing a podcast with the teaching vocation, and I'm doing a podcast. I'm not doing teaching. Now, I also use that, and I've helped with my church youth group. I've worked with a lot of teenagers and sat down and helped them work through things and talked to them and trained them. This is my heart. This is my vocation. So I can be a teacher and be a podcaster. I can be a teacher and be a real teacher. I can be a teacher and be a youth worker. You don't always have to be a a teacher if you have a teaching vocation. You know what I mean there? I just kind of muddled that up a little bit. Hey, but you see my point. You can do many different things under many different vocations, but when you find what you just love to do that's you're passionate about and that you would do for free, then that's your true vocation. If you were given $1 billion today and you would keep doing it, then you know you're in the right spot. If you're doing it because you love it, because you're passionate about it, and because it's who you are, then that's amazing. Now, someone else I can throw up there that I think falls under this is Mike Rowe. Mike Rowe, I just looked it up, has a net worth of about $30 million. He is just fine right now. And he could have retired years ago with that type of money. But he keeps doing his podcast. He keeps doing his Returning the Favor show. He keeps doing his Micro Works Foundation. He keeps doing these things because he truly loves them and cares about them, and he's passionate about these things. And Mike Rowe, being an amazing guy, is passionate about helping other people out. Seriously, if you never really watch Mike Rowe, know what he's about, go look up his Returning the Favor on Facebook. It's amazing what he does. He goes out and helps people out and focuses on finding good people to help out. And he's got money, and he goes out and he works, and he still raises money for his foundation. He still works, he still does shows, and he uses this to help other people. And he loves what he does. And he's you found his true vocation because he seems to be on vacation all the time. I mean, yeah, he works hard, but he's never strikes me as a stressed out individual who's going out there 9 to 5, working his butt off and hating his job. He seems to love his life. So, again, this is just outside observation. I've never met the guy in person. Would love to, actually. But just saying. That's Micro. So, here's a challenge for you. If you really are not happy with what you're doing, even if you're running your own business and you find that you're really not happy with it, and you're really grumpy and you're really short, then perhaps there's something wrong with where you are. Either it wasn't what you thought it was, something else was there, but maybe you just started your own business doing something that you were good at because people said you were good at it, but you didn't really have a passion for it. Maybe that was it. And you started it and you're good at it and it works great because you're good at it, but it's not what you like to do, so you're just hating life right now. So stop and think, would you keep doing what you're doing if you didn't have to work? And if not, what would you keep doing if you didn't have to work that is in business? What could you do? What type of job, what type of work could you do and keep doing if you earned, or someone gave you $1 billion? Jeff Bezos, here you go, $1 billion, here you go. Take the rest of your life off on me. What would you keep going? If not, find something you could. And I believe I have, because I'll definitely keep doing balloons, even as a side job, just because I find it very fun to do. And I will keep doing this podcast for the foreseeable future. Probably until the day I die. I don't know. We'll see. Because I do like this. I do like helping people out. I do like sharing the information. And if you're really kind of having a hard time finding that, you can reach out to me. My contact information is there. You get a half an hour free trial, free consultation. You get a 2-hour consultation if you sign up with my buymeacoffee.com/bootstrap. And I can work with you. I do love helping people find their way and really try to help you find your true vocation. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.
Remember to get your free half-hour consultation by using our contact page and the links below. If you found value in this content, please give us a 5-star rating on whichever podcast platform you use. It is very helpful if you share this with your friends. If you'd like to directly support this podcast, I have a few donation links in the description, or you can check out the show sponsors. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast, which is an Atheoz Business Solutions podcast. For our companion podcast, the Atheoz Business Podcast, which is hosted by Jason St. Clair. Our past episodes and related blogs, you can check out our website at www.atheoz.com, which is www.atheoz.com or atheoz.com. Remember, you can also check us out on the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast Facebook group, where you can interact with me and other people who are bootstrappers and entrepreneurs. The link is in the description. Come check us out. I would love to interact with you. And until next time, I'm your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor. See you later.